Hello, and welcome to my any% speedrun of Pets. If you would rather watch the run without my voiceover commentary, you'll find a link to that in the description. If you don't know about Pets, it's a puzzle platformer that mixes side view 2D and top-down 3D in a really smart way. It's like if the old Flash game Shift had a baby with the indie game 2D and Top D. For now, we're in 2D mode, but we'll soon switch into 3D mode. We can only switch perspective at certain locations on the map, and the first thing to do in this run is to get to the 3D tile located at the right side of the green region, so that we can enter the next region. The game is divided into 4 main regions, the green, orange, blue and red regions, which you normally travel through in that order. As you can see, we're about to flip into 3D mode. This game is all about perspectives, and every piece of floor in the game can also become a hole, and vice versa. The only exception are black tiles, which are always holes no matter what. And right now, we're walking on what was previously holes. What defines if white tiles are floors or holes depends on what we're currently standing on, and we can change that by jumping over holes. This is the point in the video where I say, if this game looks interesting to you, I'd recommend you to stop watching the run and go play it for yourself. It only costs $5 and it's a really great experience. If you're still here, then I'll start explaining the route for the speedrun. First of all, this is any%, which means I only care about getting to the end of the game. All of the collectibles you see are optional, so I don't need to get any of them. The goal of the game is to catch up to your dog, which you can see on the screen right now. However, whenever you get near it, it will flee away and progress a little bit further on the map. The dog is able to make bigger jumps than we can, and it can also change between 2D and 3D whenever it wants, so we usually aren't able to take the same path as it took, forcing us through puzzles and platforming sections. This goes on until you get to the end of the game, where your dog will finally let you catch up to it. Normally, the end of the game is accessed from the red region, which is itself accessed from the blue region. However, the blue region isn't accessed from the orange region, but from the green one. So why would you want to travel through the orange region at all? Well, to enter the blue region, you need to be in 2D in the green region, but initially a door is blocking the way. You can only open doors while in 3D, so you need to switch perspectives. But once that is done, there isn't a way to get back in 2D mode from within that part of the green region, forcing you to go through the orange region just so you can come back to the green region in 2D and access the blue region. However, as you'll soon see, in this run we won't see much of the blue and red region, as there is a sequence break that lets us get from the end of the orange region straight to the end of the red region. It's unclear to me whether the sequence break was intended or not by the developers, as it doesn't require any glitch or unusual mechanics to pull off. It's just clever routing. But being able to skip half of the game and not only catch up but outright get in front of the dog certainly doesn't feel intentional. The block I just broke opens up the path to the sequence break. Now we just need to get 3D and come back here. For that, I could use the 3D tile located on the right side of the green region, the one I used earlier. But using the one in the blue region is faster by about 10 seconds, even considering the time it takes to open the path to there. To the left of us is the path to the blue region. As you can see, the door is opened because I took a small detour earlier in the run to open it. Normally, from here you'd simply grab 3D and continue downwards through the blue region, but as I explained, we're too cool for that. Instead, we'll head back to the orange region and skip half of the game. An interesting consequence of the sequence break is that, because we're not following the dog anymore, it's not going to move forward on its own. Currently, it's waiting for us in the blue region, and it's not going to realize that we are ahead of it until we get back onto the main path. Because of this, if we were to go straight to the end of the game, the dog would have to travel through all of the blue and red regions while we're already at the end of the game. This would mean waiting for about 40 seconds. Of course, we don't want that. So we're going to spend a few seconds going back onto the main path towards the end of the blue region, so that the dog can start moving towards the red region while we get to the end of the game. The detour I was talking about happens right now. This path leads to the blue region. and I simply need to walk up to this brick over here to trigger the dog. Overall, this saves about 15 seconds. And now we're in go mode. We just need to walk up to the end of the game and we're done. We'll still have to wait for the dog for a few seconds, however. We are still too fast for it even with the detour. And just like that, in about 10 seconds, we'll have bitten pets in 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the run.